You ready to hand you a loss. Break your ankles on the cross. On God, I'm that raw. Off the bounce, leave you on the first step. It might be a long night for you without some double team help. Or the whistle from the ref. I'm from the school of hard knocks. Watch how I hit them with a shimmy when I get them on the block. We talking nothing but hoops. A floor general, and it's true. Spot up in the corner, man, you know I'm gon' shoot. Or slam like an alpha. I'm beastin' like a boss named F.A. Trapping on the baseline, you escape no way. A baller like Kobe wearing 24 and y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel, hey, with Mr. Slam and Alpha Dog 2 and Pure Wage with the best sports book too. If you wanna show support, give us a view. Call this an NBA jam. If you a super fan, hit the bell is what you do. Be off the bounce, check up, level off the bounce. Let's get it. He's on fire.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Bounce. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie. These are my boys, Hefe Picks, BBB, and Alpha Dog Bets. How we doing today, man?
Lower team is feeling good. Team Alpha, BBB.
Lucky asses, bro.
Take it on our opposition of Slam the Bookie and Hefe. How are the losers doing today, boys? How we doing?
Losers are feeling like we got gypped.
Bro, I don't know, man.
I don't know if I've had that bad of a loss ever. I'm going to be honest with you. That was
to
the
not
worst
even
loss.
cover. That was
Exactly. Slam took the words right out of my mouth. Forget about not winning. Fine. But to not cover after the only all-star you have gets fouled out with 6 minutes to go, and then you get outscored 16-2. What happened? I have so many questions. I blame it on one person and one person only.
Reggie Jackson.
Two people. Well, yes, Reggie Jackson and Alex Rodriguez. Those are the two people I blame.
Shout out Alex Rodriguez having a new girlfriend, getting over the J-Lo thing. Saw her at the game, looking pretty good. Good for you.
Is that a confirmed? Is that the new girlfriend?
I mean, obviously, there's something. Shout out to Goosty, who's in the house. We have a question from Where's My Cup? Slam, where the hell you been?
I'm back, boys. Been on a little vacation, but I'm back for the playoffs. I'm gonna slam some games today. Got some second half bangers. You know what to do, guys. If you're watching, retweet, like, comment. If Mexican Jew is in the house, say what's up.
You beat me to it. I was gonna say Mexican.
I just know. I have a feeling, dude. I have a feeling he's consistent. But before we get started, guys, big shout out to Pure Wage. If you guys haven't already, make sure to give him a follow on Twitter. Reach out to him. You got lots of promos going on today. Especially for the NBA playoffs. Boys, should we talk about tomorrow, or we just move into today's games, I mean.
There's nothing tomorrow.
I'm going to talk about yesterday as much as we want. I mean, it was great.
I mean, like, we can.
Let's 2 seconds.
Let's talk. Let's do a little recap, guys.
Cavs Nets, man.
Yeah, like I said, I think I said this yesterday. This is NBA playoffs, right? Both games went under. I was on the under for this game, and almost actually screwed. Almost went over in the second half there. Points were flying. I think if the Cavs would have made it 3 at the end, it would have landed right on 226, and the total of the game was 226 and a half. So, I mean, I wasn't sweating, but that's how close it was. But it did go under. We got the win there, and the second game went pretty under as well. Like I said, this is the NBA playoffs. Teams play at a slower pace. Defensively, they step up. And I mean, I think today is the same way. I like a couple unders as well today. How'd y'all do?
We're gonna have a little bit of a debate later. I went 2-0 last night. I had the Cavs. Hefe made some great points on the show about the Cavs yesterday. Garland did exactly what we thought we would do. Late in the game, Garland kept him in. He got us the cover.
Oh, he was balling, bro.
Yeah.
Garland.
The Cavs game, I hit perfectly right on the head. Hit the player prop on Garland over points. Cavs covered for us. It's guys, the Nets are gonna have problems if they get out to these big leads and allow teams to creep back in. Because a more offensively efficient team, like the Boston Celtics, are gonna take that run and will get the lead and will never give it back. So the Nets can't do this. The Nets can't lead a game by 19 points and then allow a team to creep back until the point where in the middle of the fourth quarter, you're like, oh my God, damn, this game's in jeopardy. They got to hold on to these leads. Kyrie was busting out the door. He didn't even miss a shot till the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I have a interesting.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, right. Chat is bumping today. I am J.O. Shout me out. I shouted you out, my partner. What do we
What up,
got?
man? What up,
We got
guys?
Jay Vela 7 from Australia tuning in. Shrimp on the bobby.
That's dope.
And we got our usual Tootsie Goosies.
That
Where
was
are my cups?
absolutely
Mexican
awesome.
Jew. I don't know where my cup's talking about. It's a New York thing. It can't.
But he's probably right. He's probably right. Whatever.
Probably right. Probably right.
He
Yeah,
said
Nets.
Ramadan, Kyrie different.
Yeah, got it. Nets can't play defense. Mexican Jew. That's what I was saying yesterday. And they're gonna go against Celtics team. We won't get into this. We're gonna Ramadan Kyrie different. We won't get into this until Friday's show where we'll preview the playoff matchups over the weekend. But I think they're gonna have big issues against the Celtics. That's gonna be a series that's gonna go 6-7. I'm not gonna give out who I think is gonna win. I just know that nobody's walking over anybody in that series. That's gonna be a great series. Anything else from you guys from that one?
No, I think it's about time we break today's slate down. We have some good games today, and I think we're going to be on a lot of opposite sides. So I'm excited to dive into today.
Really quick before we move on, how funny was it to see how the Seals were reacting after the game?
No,
Did you guys see today? Pat Bev? Did you see Pat Beverly today on NBA and ESPN? He was wearing a robe with a beer and a Richard Mille watch, which is like a $300,000 to $500,000 watch. My man is out here acting like the season is over, the championship.
Dude, it makes me want to fade them the next game. I don't know. I just want to fade them next game just because of all that shit.
No fun. Let the boys have their win. Let Pat Bev have his moment. You go on TV in that Versace robe. You wear that Richard Mille. You earned it. You knocked out the team that didn't want you anymore, just like me and BBB freaking said. That's all I'm going to say.
Jabin Shakur, got you, brother. Shout out.
On them, how much
not
was
them
going
out. They got
against
another
them.
shot.
And how they haven't won, they haven't been in the playoffs in so long, and all this pressure on them, and then they do it, and then they're not allowed to, celebrate. So I don't know. That's tough.
Dude, it's been 3 years. Let's not have a meltdown here. The Sacramento Kings have not made a freaking playoff appearance in 16 years. Dude, if they win a play-in game, they can burn the city.
What happened last year when we were at the Knicks game and the Knicks actually won against the Hawks? It was the same thing.
Wait, the Knicks lost their first game, didn't they?
Yeah, no, we went to the third game.
You would have thought we won our third championship in a row.
For real. You guys were still partying.
Dude, we partied all night long. We were screaming. We want the Nets. We want. I don't even remember the night. I blacked out. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I completely blacked out.
Yeah, you also lost your phone. I
also got the entire Madison Square Garden to turn their jerseys around so we could come back. It was the greatest day of my life. Still, I'll talk about it at my wedding. But
that's awesome, man.
Let's go to the Hornets, guys.
Let's get it, boys.
5.5 point line. BBB. By the way, how fun it is to look right now. BBB is completely covered.
Yeah. Sorry, Ruby. Go ahead.
BBB, take it away.
Surprise. Guys, this is a spot I do like for the Hawks, or not for the Hawks here, for the Hornets.
Restart there, bud.
All right. This is a spot I like for the Hornets. The Hawks, without having, some of their key guys, I think they're going to struggle a little bit. I think that it's going to be easier for the Hornets, who don't play a lot of defense, to focus in on their sole offensive, guy right now, and which is Trae Young. I think if they can shut him down and make kind of more of a role player step up, that they have a really good shot at, winning this game, and especially covering. 5.5 points is a decent amount. I think they can keep it tight. They run a fast-paced team, and I think they can keep this thing going and get them going. I have a little player prop for you guys as well, but I'll let you guys explain the side for me a little bit too. I want to hear what you guys got to think about it.
Yeah, I'm also on the Hornets on this one. I bought it up from 5.5 to 6. I think the Hawks will win this game outright, but I think it's going to be by only a couple points. The Hornets do score a lot. They don't play a lot of defense. That's the problem with this team. But I think they're good enough to keep this game within 6. There is no John Collins for the Hawks tonight. He's a big player for them, especially on the glass. They're going to have a much bigger game like Capella, and that's not always a good recipe for success. So give me the Hornets plus the 6. FA, what are you looking at?
I'm right there with you. I like the Hornets plus 6 here, and exactly for the reasons you slated. I have a guy I'm looking at tonight. In terms of if he has a good game, the Hornets are going to have a good game. It's Oubre coming off the bench for them. A big spot facing like the other guys. on the Hawks lineup. I think of Oubre, and his player prop is 9.5, which is
I like that.
very low. So I'm targeting that as my official play on this game. Is Kelly Oubre over 9.5 points?
Love it. Love it.
Nice.
Slam.
No side play here. If I had to pick, I lean the Hornets as well. But guys, I'm on the under in this one. 235.5. Both these teams match up well. But again, it's the playoffs. The game's going to slow down. Defense would turn up. The Hawks are at home. 235.5. That's a big total here. And you saw the T-Wolves yesterday. They were like 230.5. It went way under. I think it ended at like 215 or something. I expect the same here. I think the total is way too high for a playoff game. 235.5. I'm taking the under, man, all day long. That's my favorite play.
Love it. Let's move into what I think is going to be the best game tonight.
Oh my God, dude, this Red Sox stuff. All right, let's get it. Spurs versus the Pelicans. The line is sitting at minus.
Oh, wait. Before we move on, so the winner of that game obviously gets to face the Cleveland Cavaliers. Do we give them? Does the winner of this game either way? Do they give them any chance against the Cavs? Or do we think that the Cavs get it done?
No, I think they got a chance.
I think the winner of this game gets it done.
Really interesting. Okay. All right, let's move on here. Spurs Pelicans. Winner of this game gets to go face the Clippers in LA. I'll start it off. Guys, I like the Pelicans here. Pelicans are actually the second best against the spread home favorite in the league. I know I'm fading my one of my favorite players, DeJounte Murray, and one of my favorite coaches, Greg Popovich, but I think the ability of the Pelicans to be able to mix on defense, stretch guys like Kira Lewis. Kira Lewis? Is that his name?
Yes, but he's out.
Yes, you're right.
What's the other guy? Jones?
Herb
Jones. I didn't mean Kira Lewis. I meant Herb Jones. That's what I meant. Guys like Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum. These guys can switch and rotate on offense. Valanciunas in the paint. I think they'll be able to really keep the Spurs at a good slow pace, and they'll be able to offensively create more shots and get more shots up. I like the Pelicans -5 here. I'm buying it down from 5.5 at -125 odds. What do we think, Alpha?
I like that. If I were on a side, I would definitely be on the Pelicans here. I'm going against Slam's playoff strategy. Normally, I do agree with him. I'm a big unders better in the NBA. Besides the last week of the year, I took a lot of overs. But I like the over in this spot, guys. I think the Pelican size is going to be a big issue for the Spurs. And I think the only chance the Spurs are going to have is to have to play fast and counter and be all about pace tonight. So for that reason, I'm taking the over 224. Guys, the line opened at almost 230. It opened at 229.5. It got steamed all the way down to 224. 90% of the money was on the under. So it pushed the line all the way to 224. This is a complete numbers play as well. I think we should the original opening line close to that 230.
BBB?
Yeah, I like it. I liked the underside, but like Alpha said, it's been steamed so much, I'm not sure the value is really there anymore. My favorite play for this game is probably going to be the Pelicans here. I think that, you can get it at -5 in places, and I think that's probably your best bet here. I think they're just the better team. Ever since they got, CJ McCollum on this team, they've looked like they can actually compete in the playoffs. And so I think they get this playing game done. And then, man, if they can get this done, I think we'll have a really good game against the Clippers as well. It just sucks that this Clippers team doesn't have Kawhi, because they could really make a lot of noise if they just look like they're missing one thing.
Reggie Jackson just sold the bag. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think Pat Beverly took his bag is what actually happened.
What an animal. What a great player.
God.
He's such a pain in the ass, but if he's on your team, you absolutely love him. He's an absolute dog.
100%.
Yeah, I was on the other side, and I just hated Pat. Pat yesterday. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Beverly, you just want.
He kept waving like this. I was like, bro, stop.
Oh, I know, dude. When you're betting against him, you're like, I would fight him in person. You're ready to fight him,
bro.
Like if I
but
saw
if he's
him
on
right
your
now,
team,
he loves that shit, though, man.
Player.
I mean, it works.
All right, man. I'm gonna go
back in the finals.
All right, I'm gonna go here. I'm staying away from the under here. I think BBB said it. It's steamed way under. The total steamed way down. It opened at 232.5. Dropped all the way down to 224. It looks like everyone's good to go tonight. Obviously Zion is out, but it looks like everybody will be playing. Guys, as the Spurs ended the season 10-1 against the spread. They didn't win like every game, but they covered most of the games before the season ended. The Pelicans kind of ended the season poorly here, and looking at head-to-head matchups, the Spurs kind of have the upper hand here. They're 9-1 against the spread in the last head-to-head meetings here. I like this. I like the Spurs with the points here, plus 5.5. You're getting some value here with the Spurs. I know they don't play much defense, but again, this is the playoffs. Somehow defense will show up. I think, and Alpha kind of said it. The Spurs win when they score a lot, so that's why I'm staying away from the total just in case. But I like the Spurs plus the 6, buying the hook just in case.
Love it.
Thanks for fading us. Thanks. I don't know. What
You
to
guys
say.
all took Pelicans?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry.
That's all
I'm
right.
on
You
the
don't have
over.
to know what
I'm on
happens.
the
Sorry,
over.
guys.
Sorry,
Fade us.
man.
It only makes
Sorry, man. You can't go against 9-1 against the spread in head-to-head meetings there.
But yeah, the last 10 games, we also have to remember the Spurs were fighting every single game to get into the playoffs. So they were playing a lot of teams that were already in, teams that were out, and they had to go full force and use all their players and play the entire game to win and ensure that they made the playoffs. So a lot of numbers from the last week are a little skewed, is what I like to say. But boys, it is prop season. We have the prop god. We have the prop god in training, junior prop, Bacon Little junior prop. So boys, what are we looking at? BBB?
Bacon Little Junior, what do you got? You got anything for us today?
Okay, let's go down to let's go to the Pelicans and Spurs game.
Hey, kids meal. What do you got for us?
He's got jokes, man. He's got jokes, boys. All right, man. We're gonna open up our prop tool here, brought to you by LineMate. Opening it up to the player prop section, you got these selections where you can select different. If you go down to points, and it shows you the percentage of hits, the highest hit percentage. So, looks like I'm eyeing the CJ McCollum points under 26.5. It's hitting at a 74% at this number.
Ingram should be playing today as well. That's a great
Guys, when is the last time? I'm sorry, this is just so interesting to me. When was the last time you saw the under with the heavy juice and the over in the plus? Right?
Yeah,
in a playoff game? I know, play in, whatever. It's the playoffs. The playoffs.
Playoffs. Just trying to win a damn game.
Like in a playoff game, that's such a weird, like why is the line set like this? You rarely see where the juice is on the under. Almost begging you to take the over.
Sharps have found the play that they're targeting. They're obviously hammering this for a reason. I think it's due to the news that Ingram has been upgraded to probable, because the biggest effect on this team with Ingram going is CJ's usage does decrease when guys like Ingram are back in the lineup. So, I mean, Herb Jones missed a couple games. He's going to be in there as well. So I can see his usage being a lot lower than it normally is. Or
prop god. Where's the prop god at? BBB.
Who's
there?
Oh, right here. So yeah, I think a sneaky spot in this Charlotte game is Miles Bridges. Maybe like a ladder play on there as well. We saw with the Kyrie game, hit that one kind of on the head. He started out the game 12 for 12, first time in history. Well, if only someone would have told us that he was going to be playoff Kyrie and just go for 40. He didn't end up going for 40. He was literally, 2 shots short because KD decided, hey, I didn't get to score this game because you decided you didn't want to miss a shot. So he didn't let him take a shot the final few minutes. We're not going to hit every plus 1,000, 40-piece long shot prop. But, hey, I got another one for us today. I think Miles Bridges has the opportunity to be able to, blow up a little bit on here. He's played the Hawks a decent amount of times this year, and 2 of the times he's gone for 30-plus. He's gone for 32, 35. And so I like his normal points prop over, and I also like if you take the score 30-plus points, it's sitting at plus 470 right now, and then 35 is sitting at a juicy plus 1,400. So probably going to sprinkle on that.
Love it. Little plus 1,400 action from Prop God. Junior Bacon Cheese. Any other props besides the one?
Nah, I like his CJ under. I like that one.
Like I mentioned earlier, I like Oubre over 9.5.
I like that.
Another one I was looking at is the Devontae Graham. He's only over 6.5. I mean, he's sitting at 6.5. Like, you think that's a good play?
I just had to remind myself what team he was on because I'm like, Hornets? What?
I mean, he's sitting at 6.5 right now. Like, I don't
But
know,
is he
man.
even getting burned anymore with how many minutes that Alvarado's been playing? His
Yeah,
minutes
I mean,
have
I,
been
Yeah,
crazy.
I just don't think he'll get enough minutes, and he'll probably
Yeah,
just get
I've
only.
had. I also
He'll probably get like 2 3-pointers, and that's it, and I'll get hooked.
take props under 10. I don't like to target those props under 8, under
Mhm.
7. They're such a punt play that they only need 2 or 3 shots to hit. So it's so enticing because you're like, oh, he's a 3-point shooter. It's at 8 points, 3 threes. I'm there. Then they hit 1 3 in the games because they're a low volume score. So I tend to stay away from those smaller props.
if you're looking for a prop in the Spurs game, I think Josh Richardson might be a decent
He's the worst.
a
player
decent
ever.
little angle there. His prop point was only at 9.5. He's hit that in like 12 of the last 14. I think he's kind of pushed past Lonnie Walker's minutes here, and I don't think he's going to get. I think he's going to go with Richardson here in some of the crunch time. I think Pop's going to lean on him to be like almost a secondary playmaker. I think we could definitely see him, get some shots. And if doesn't need a lot to cover 9.5. No, we just talked about not liking that, but like we said, he's covered like 12 of the last 14. I think we could see him get that done.
Yeah, one thing I like to look at is see which players are expecting to have better stats. I talk about this all the time. I like to look at the daily fantasy numbers. And Josh Richardson is more expensive today than Lonnie Walker, so they are anticipating him getting more minutes and more usage than Lonnie Walker. That's a good find there.
Yeah, the last game he played, he scored 18 points. So it was against Dallas.
That when he started. They rested everyone. He started that game.
Right, yeah, I'm not necessarily saying he's going to drop 30 or anything. We only need him to get 10 points. I think that he will get the looks though. I think they're going to whenever they want to put in some like more veteran type guys almost, because he's got some of that experience.
For sure. He'll get the burn. Boys, are we doing best bets? We kind of still have to do it, right?
Yeah, we have to, baby.
We still gotta do it just for this part.
Break it down. Wade to LeBron. Let's get it, boys. Best bets. First best bet of the night is going to be the over 224 in Spurs Pelicans. And my second best bet is going to be the +6 with the Hornets.
I will go next. I'm taking Kelly Oubre over 9.5 points. I'm taking the Pelicans -5.
Love it.
BBB.
Going with the Hornets +5.5, and then we are going with Miles Bridges points over and the Pelicans -5. So there's the 3. Lock it in. Bang, bang, boom. See you later.
Bang, bang, boom.
Bang, bang.
All right, man. I'm going to the Hornets Hawks. I'm taking the under 235.5, and I'm taking the Spurs +6. I'm buying the hook up. And then the player prop, I'm taking CJ McCollum under 226.5. I like that one a lot. 3 plays right there.
What was the line? Did you say 226?
26.5.
So I was gonna say, I think it's definitely
it's probably like juiced at like -10,000.
Back on track.
All right, boys. Good luck to everyone today. We'll be back tomorrow, 4:30.
Nope.
No?
We will not.
No.
We will be back on Friday because there is no NBA tomorrow.
Guess
On
not.
Friday, we will
Guess
have the 8th seed matchup between the winners of today's games, and the Cavaliers and the Clippers will also preview the weekend's playoff series, the ones that we have already set. So it'll be a great time. Join us on Friday. And on top of that, join us tomorrow for Off the Bat. What time is it, Alpha?
Undecided. We will let you guys know either 11, 11:30, or noon tomorrow. Contingent.
Dude, I'm trying to make sure there's no day baseball on Friday because I can't do this if there's baseball.
There's day baseball every day, Cupcake.
All right, boys. Thank you everyone for